Sup nerds, and welcome back to the Helpware Nerds YouTube channel. Today we're doing a special request from multiple nerds of the Roundtable, spearheaded by top nerd of the Roundtable, Ashley, but it has been seconded by multiple members. This is a reaction to the first ever episode of He-Man as a way to backdoor into the remake slash reboot of the universe with the movie coming out this year. Now, I know the movie kind of has its detractors already, thanks to the casting of Jared Leto as Skeletor, and I know Jared Leto is kind of a controversial figure due to him going a bit too method and other avenues that are on the internet. I'm not diving into why Jared Leto is controversial. That's not what this episode is about. This episode is about He-Man. If you want to know why Jared Leto is controversial, you can always go look it up, or you can hit us up for a podcast episode on it if that is something you want us to do. But that's not what this episode is about. Let's actually dive into the first episode of He-Man and let's see what started the Masters of the Universe. But before we do that, I want to remind you all to go back and check out our videos on Ultraman and Kamen Rider and Mega Robot Wars, and try and get them to hit that 40 like goal that we've been trying to get those videos to hit, so that we can continue doing work within those fandoms. I know that that is something that you guys will enjoy. I just need to hit those goals so that we can continue doing that. But with that being said, let's actually dive into this video.
Prince of Eternia and defender of the secrets of Castle Grayskull.
I do like how we get all the exposition in the opening, so we don't have to get a full origin. I grew up watching this with my mum. This is so cool to me.
And I became He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe.
Yeah, sure you did.
You don't recognize it, do you, Beast Man?
I love Skeletor's voice.
I know what it does, Furface.
This is why I do think Jared Leto would be able to pull this off. I know people do have their legit criticisms, but I do think Jared Leto will be able to pull off this cheese.
Return immediately.
I mean, you didn't really give him much of a choice. You're not asking, you're teleporting. At least they got the thing that he was actually looking for. Not that I'm rooting for the bad guy, but that would have sucked.
Jaw, wizard of weapons.
All he did was equip a weapon. I wouldn't really call him a master of weapons.
The means to conquer Eternia and crush He-Man once and for all.
His beef with He-Man is legendary.
Just what is so special about this diamond ray?
It's literally called the Diamond Ray of Disappearance.
Watch what happens to any living being who sees the diamond ray.
How do you get a hold of it if you can't see it? Oh, living being. I'm assuming he's not alive then.
Yes, exiled into another dimension.
They don't make cartoons like this anymore, do they?
Orko!
He called it that it was going to end up all over him.
I hope Adam's not gonna do what I think he's gonna do.
Of course he's going to do what you think he's going to do. And of course Dad thinks he's a weak ass.
I'm not really up for an appearance today, Adam.
Tough shit, Cringer. Battle Cat needs to show up.
By the power of Grayskull.
How the heck do you hide that thing? Awesome.
Come on, Battle Cat.
He looks no different except for the fact that he shed his shirt and put on a loincloth. How do people not recognize Adam of Eternia? Hey, she actually hit him. I thought she was going to have Stormtrooper aim for a second.
If I can just get this energy bow on,
Master of Weapons, ladies and gentlemen.
my Lasertron will stop you, He-Man.
Why are you giving him time to equip?
Thanks for your help, He-Man.
Anytime.
I love that. The whole flirtiness between the two, that was cool.
Your daughter is the best warrior in Eternia.
Well, outside of He-Man, obviously.
Did the sorceress help?
She's powerless away from Grayskull.
So she's kinda useless then. If she's not a Grayskull, she has no power.
Skeletor's robot knights.
Oh wow, they kind of look like spin tops or other things.
Lost diamond of disappearance.
So you guys knew about this diamond and just left it for Skeletor to find. It's a good introduction to the lore of He-Man, I suppose. Like, we're getting some action, we're getting the lore of the sorceress and He-Man's connection, the people that know him and don't, why the sorceress doesn't just stop Skeletor. Really? They're just gonna try and pull the door down. I don't think that's gonna work. I think Castle Grayskull might be magically protected.
Next time you might try knocking first.
Yeah, Battle Cat will get Panther. Wacky cartoon logics.
Fight, you cowards! Fight!
They have been fighting. You're the one that's been stood there doing nothing. Seriously, you've been fighting all that and you get scared of a little rock golem. Yeah, you ended it with one punch. Do it, He-Man! Oh no, will he fade away or not?
You've won this time, but I'll be back.
Ah, I was hoping for the meme, like the "until we meet again."
Don't be fooled by those who say they have a sure thing. There's always a catch to it.
Okay, I will be back in just a second with final thoughts. And that was an interesting note to end on. So that was a bit of a fun episode. I like the whole backstory of Adam being He-Man and his parents not knowing and thinking he was a bit of a screw-up. I like that they don't use the sorceress as a Deus Ex Machina. Though she is kind of useless if she's region-locked to Castle Grayskull. Yes, she can act as like an early warning system. But beyond that, she doesn't really have any power. Like, they outright tell us that in the episode. Though I do like that they tell us that straight away, so we're not just expecting her to fix things when things go wrong later down the line. We know she can't. So that's good. I think it was a really fun episode. Skeletor and his men are wacky as heck. Which is what you expect from an 80s cartoon. Adam's exactly what you expect. His allies are exactly what you expect. The fight between the two cats, I was looking forward to that and we got it. Not as cool as what I was hoping for, but it was still there. And, you know, you got some stuff. The crushing of the rock, I think, could have been a bit more cool. But I'm coming at it from a modern sensibility rather than back then. I think for a cartoon back then, this would have been slapped. I think this would have hooked a bunch of people, and it obviously did. It's getting a remake this year, as I've said multiple times. So it clearly has its audience still, and you can see why. I think that this can only get better from here, and from what I remember watching it as a kid with my mum, it definitely does. And it already has a movie as well. It has that a cheesy Masters of the Universe movie. And I say cheesy, but that's because, again, I'm coming at it from a modern standpoint rather than being someone that it would have been geared to back then. So, while it might be cheesy for me, it won't have been cheesy for the people that it was geared to back then. Or I might be talking completely out my backside, and it might have been cheesy back then too. I don't know. I wasn't there. I'm just coming at it from my opinion and my perspective. Let me know in the comments if you thought the movie was cheesy or what you actually thought of this episode. I think it was a really good start to everything. And I did like the fact that they added a moral lesson at the end about shortcuts and how you can't take a shortcut to success. And that's what Skeletor was trying to do. I think that that's a really good way to have your action-packed, fun funny cartoon also be educational, and I think that's what they were trying to do. But with that being said, I'm going to call this video to an end, and if you did like it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. Yeah, as always, stay happy, stay healthy, and most of all, stay nerdy.